Hey everybody, it's Ms. Williams. This is Chapter 7, Section 2. This will only be 2 additional slides, but it's a lot of information. So make sure you have this all written down and we'll work lots of problems when we get back to class, okay? So sampling distribution of a sample proportion. You choose a simple random sample of some certain size, call it size n, from a population of size capital N, with a proportion of p successes. Let p hat be the sample proportion of successes. Then this means that the mean of the sampling distribution, and remember what a sampling distribution is. A sampling distribution is where you take every possible sample size of whatever size it is, size n, and you have all the possible samples that you can have. Okay? The mean of that sampling distribution of p hat is the mean, is represented by mean of p hat is equal to p itself. Okay, because if it was an unbiased estimator, the center of your sampling distribution is going to be the center of your entire population. The standard deviation of a sampling proportion of p hat is, the standard deviation of p hat is equal to the square root of p times 1 minus p divided by n, and n is your sample size, as long as the 10% condition is satisfied. In other words, your sample has to be less than 10% of your total population. Okay. As n increases, the sampling distribution of p hat becomes approximately normal. Before you perform normal calculations, check that the large count condition is satisfied. The large count condition says n times p has to be greater than 10, but also n times 1 minus p has to be greater than or equal to 10. Last slide. Using the normal approximation for p hat, when the conditions are met, the 10% condition, and n times p is greater than 10 and n times 1 minus p is greater than 10, greater than or equal to 10, you can use the normal distribution to calculate probabilities. And yes, that means you will be using z-score and table A again in this chapter. So we will work some problems that deal with this, but it's important that you have all those formulas written down. They are also written on your formula sheet, so it's not something you have to memorize, but it's good to put in your notes, and it's good to get familiar with them again. All right? See you in class.